Friends, choosing a video editor today can feel overwhelming. Some tools are too complex, others are too limited, and finding the right balance between speed and control isn't always easy. My name is Daniel, and today we're looking at the top 5 video editors you can use right now, from beginner-friendly tools to more advanced options. We'll also see which one makes the most sense for your workflow. Guys, make sure you check out all the useful links in the description after watching this video. There you can download Movavi Video Editor for free. Let's jump right in. Mates, before we get into specific features, it's worth understanding what makes Movavi different. It simplifies the entire editing process without taking away control. Instead of overwhelming you with complex panels, it gives you a clean interface where everything is easy to find and use. One of the most useful features here is automatic subtitles. You can generate them from your speech with a single click, which saves a huge amount of time. Guys, another really useful feature here is silence removal. Instead of manually cutting pauses, the software automatically detects silent parts and removes them for you, making the pacing much cleaner and more consistent, especially in longer recordings. Here is one more strong point: the effects panel. Everything is neatly organized, and you can instantly preview how things will look before applying them, which makes experimenting feel quick and natural. The same goes for the timeline. Even with multiple tracks, it stays clean and easy to navigate, so you're not dealing with the interface. Mates, Movavi also has an effects store with a much larger library of filters, transitions, and assets. It works as a separate subscription, but there's a 7-day free trial available, so you can test everything first. You just need to enable it during the purchase process. You can also easily add branding elements like logos and position them exactly where you need, or use presets to speed things up. And features like zoom help highlight important details in your videos, which is especially useful for tutorials and walkthroughs. Folks, overall Movavi strikes the right balance between simplicity and functionality. It removes technical friction while still giving you enough control to create polished, professional-looking videos. Guys, you can try the program for free. For a 1-year subscription, use my promo code DANTECH to get a 25% off. Mates, CapCut is probably one of the easiest ways to start editing right now, especially if you're making short-form content. You don't really need to learn anything. You just drop your clips in and start putting things together almost immediately. The whole experience feels very fast. Many things are already pre-built for you, so instead of constructing everything from scratch, you are more like assembling a finished video from ready pieces. That's why it works so well for TikTok or Shorts. Folks, there are tons of effects, transitions, and templates, and you can try them instantly without slowing down your workflow. It makes experimenting really easy, even if you have never edited before. At the same time, that simplicity can become a limitation. Once your videos get longer or more structured, you start to feel that the control just isn't at the same level as in more advanced editors. So CapCut is great for speed and quick content, but not the best fit if you're planning to build more complex projects. Friends, DaVinci Resolve sits on the opposite end of the spectrum. This is a full professional editing suite used in real film production, especially when it comes to color grading and post-production. As soon as you open it, you notice how much more is going on compared to simpler editors. The interface is divided into different workspaces for editing, color, audio, and effects, and each of them is packed with tools. It gives you a level of control that most editors simply don't offer. Mates, it gives you deep control over every part of your video, allowing you to fine-tune the final result with precision. It's the kind of tool where you can fine-tune every detail of your video instead of relying on presets. There's also a free version, which is surprisingly powerful and already includes most of the core functionality. For many creators, that alone makes it one of the strongest options on the market. But all of that comes with a trade-off. The learning curve is real, and it takes time to get comfortable with how everything works inside the software. So while DaVinci Resolve is perfect for full control and professional-level results, it's not the most practical option if speed and simplicity matter more. Guys, before we move on, I try to make my content fun instead of boring. And in return, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content I make. Friends, Adobe Premiere Pro is probably the most recognized video editor out there. It's been the industry standard for years, and a lot of professional workflows are built around it. What makes it strong is flexibility. You can work on almost any type of project, from YouTube videos to complex productions, and the software adapts to that without limiting you. Another big advantage is the ecosystem. If you are using other Adobe tools like After Effects or Photoshop, everything connects seamlessly, which makes the workflow much more efficient. At the same time, it doesn't try to simplify things. The interface can feel dense at first, and getting comfortable with it takes time, especially if you're new to editing. Folks, there's also the subscription model, which means you're paying continuously rather than once, and that's something not everyone is happy with. So Premiere Pro is a powerful and flexible option, especially if you're already inside the Adobe ecosystem. However, it's not always the easiest or fastest tool for everyday content creation. Filmora sits somewhere in the middle between beginner tools and more advanced editors. It's designed to be approachable, but still gives you enough features to create more polished content. When you open it, everything feels quite straightforward. The interface is clean, and most tools are easy to find, so you can start editing without spending too much time learning the basics. What makes Filmora appealing is the amount of built-in content. There are lots of effects, transitions, and presets that you can apply quickly, which helps speed up the process, especially if you're working on YouTube videos or social content. Friends, at the same time, it can feel a bit limited once you move beyond standard editing. You don't get the same level of control as in more advanced tools, and some workflows aren't as flexible when projects become more complex. So Filmora is a solid middle ground option. It's easy to get into and works well for everyday content, but it may not be the best fit if you're aiming for more advanced or highly customized edits. Friends, so after testing all these tools, Movavi stands out as the most balanced option for everyday content creation. It doesn't try to overwhelm you with complexity, but at the same time, it gives you enough control to actually build a clean and professional result. What really makes the difference is how smooth the workflow feels. You're not spending time figuring things out or dealing with complicated setups. You're just focusing on your video and getting results much faster. For most creators, that balance between simplicity and functionality is exactly what matters. And that's why, in my opinion, Movavi feels like the most practical choice if you want to create quality content without overcomplicating the process. Friends, before you go, check the links in the description. You can download Movavi Video Editor for free there. As usual, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, until next time.